Hey guys, it is Sophia, the diabetic vlogger, and today I'm reviewing one of my very first favorite Rush songs ever, and I can't believe I have not reviewed this song. It's when I first started doing my music video reviews on my YouTube channel that my music was already expanding, and so I had like 3 or 4 new bands pop up that I fell in love with pretty quickly, and so I was reviewing those music for you, and then I fell in love with Iron Maiden because I was going to go see Iron Maiden, and I was doing Journey reviews and then Def Leppard reviews before that, and I was like, I need to go back to filming Rush, so here I am again with filming a Rush song review for you guys. Please let me know in the comments down below what Rush songs you'd like me to review. I'm planning on reviewing a lot more Rush songs. I just gotta figure out which ones I've reviewed and which ones I haven't. So if you guys have not heard the song, I encourage you guys to go check it out. This is an awesome song. It's probably one of the easier Rush ones to understand. It's just, about life and growing up and people trying to fit you in to molds. They're trying to plan your life out for you, and you get that feeling a lot in high school and even in young adulthood, or when you're adult, when you go for job interviews or you try to get in schools, you have to sometimes act like someone that's not really who you are, or you have to be something that's impossible for you to be, which is perfect. And that can be really difficult. You keep on trying to achieve and to make strides on doing what you want to do, but there's always something that they think you're missing, and so you try to fit yourself into that mold they want so you can get the job or get into the school, and it still doesn't work. So here it is, Subdivisions by Rush. I hope you like it. Sprawling on the fringes of the city in geometric order, an insulated border, in between the bright lights and the far unlit unknown. Growing up it all seems one-sided, opinions all provided, the future pre-decided. Detached and subdivided in the mass production zone. Nowhere is the dreamer or the misfit so alone. Subdivisions. In the high school halls and shopping malls, conform or be cast out. Subdivisions. In the basement bars, in the backs of cars, be cool or be cast out. Any escape might help to smooth the unattractive truth, but the suburbs have no charms to suit the restless dreams of youth. Drawn like moths, we drift into the city, the timeless old attraction, cruising for the action. Lit up like a firefly just to feel the living night. Some will sell their dreams for small desires, or lose the race to rats, get caught in tricking traps, and start to dream of somewhere to relax their restless flight, somewhere out of a memory of lighted streets on quiet nights. Subdivisions. In high school halls and shopping malls, conform or be cast out. Subdivisions. In the basement bars, in the backs of cars, be cool or be cast out. Any escape might help to smooth the unattractive truth, but the suburbs have no charms to soothe the restless dreams of youth. This is written by Alex Zokovich, Gailey Weiner, and Neil Elwood Pert, which are the 3 members of Rush. So, subdivisions. So we'll go through it line by line. Sprawling on the fringes of the city. So, this is like, they grew up in a little suburb of Toronto in Canada. And they're from Toronto. And so I guess this is like the idea of living on, like the edge of a city or a county. You're not in the big part of town. You're almost in the town, but you're not. So people are, in high school, hanging out. They're on the fringe of the city. They're not actually in the city. In geometric order, an insulated border. In between the bright lights and the far unknown. So it says an insulated border. So there's a border maybe around the city where they live with their town. There's like an insulated border. And so you can't get out or people can't get in. So the people you can hang out with and your friends are really small, just in this little subdivision that you're living in. And today's, especially in a lot of newer properties in big places like where I live, there are so many houses that look exactly the same, and they go for miles and miles on, and you have like no privacy. It's so secluded. It says in between the bright lights and the far unlit unknown. So you're walking around the city and there's lots of lights, but there's still so much you don't see, and the far unlit unknown. So the far future or the near that's going to be, or what seems far away, will be near, so it is so unlit and you don't know what to expect. Growing up, it all seems so one-sided. You know, when you're growing up, things really seem one-sided because, or just to the person who's growing up, it seems one-sided because everyone's telling you to do this, do this, do this, and you're just trying to, you know, be the person that you want to be and to experience life. But you realize that the idea of maybe, you know, it just being contingent on you and one person isn't going to work, or it means that you're just so self-focused that you only see one person's point of view. Which, growing up, I think everyone can relate to that. We all just want what we want, and we think what we want is best. Okay, opinions all provide, that's true. We get opinions, everyone, no matter what stage of life you're in, you get opinions from family members, from friends, from strangers, from the world, from just everyone out there in the world living their life, you know, acting like they have the best ideas and that you need to follow them. The future pre-decided, and sometimes people think that, you know, maybe you were born to a family where they have everything planned out for you. Your future is decided, pre-decided, and you have no choice in that. You know, you're going to go to this school, you're going to get this job, and you're going to get married, and maybe they have a husband already picked out for you or a wife, so your life is really not your own. Detached and subdivided in the mass production zone. So there's a huge production of this. People are experiencing this, you know, growing up, it all seems so one-sided. Opinions are provided, their future is pre-decided, and it is detached and subdivided in the mass production zone. So it is detached because people are living this way when they grow up and they go live in other suburbs and other subdivisions, and it's causing mass subdivisions and problems in just the economy and friendship and people's lives. And it's a mass production zone of this. Nowhere is the dreamer or the misfits alone. So it's saying that this is where the dreamer and the misfit feel so alone in these subdivisions that are detached from the world and from each other and from what's going on. No one feels more alone than in being this type of subdivided or subdivision of places. Subdivisions in the high school halls and shopping malls conform or be cast out. So it's talking about, you know, if you're not cool in the high school halls, the shopping malls, you better conform to how everyone else is living their life, or you're going to be cast out. Subdivisions. And the basement bars and backs of cars, be cool or be cast out. So it's saying everywhere when you're around people, high school halls, basement bars and backs of cars, if you're not cool, you're going to be cast out. Any escape might help to smooth the unattractive truth. Any escape might help to smooth the unattractive truth. That's true. But everything, we all find things that we try to maybe escape or keep our minds busy so that we're not constantly being hit with the unattractive truths that we know is our lives or what will be our lives. But the suburbs have no charms to soothe the restless dreams of youth. So it's saying that living in these suburbs or in subdivisions, there's no charms to smooth the restless dreams of youth, because the dreams of youth are so big in this town. It's just like so small in a cul-de-sac that there's no place for people to dream and to go big. Drawn like moths when you're in the city, so that people are going to the city because they have big dreams and big ideas. So they're like moths flying to light. They're like just kids going into the city. The town with all attractions, the attraction of going to the big city, getting big and being famous. cruising for the action, lit up like a firefly, just to feel the living night. So this is the timeless attraction, going to the big city and getting famous, and being lit up like a firefly, just to feel the living night. So these kids feel so stuck in their subdivisions that they're flying like moths to the city, and they're all lit up with hope and desires and imaginations and dreams. Some will sell their dreams for small desires or lose the race to rats. So some people will sell their dreams for small desires and to get anywhere, but then they just lose the race to rats, which I think is probably talking about the idea of the rat race with money and life and jobs and businesses, and you get caught in ticking traps. There's traps all around you. If not careful, you can get trapped in it. And start to dream of someone to relax their restless flight, yeah. And start to dream of somewhere to relax their restless flight. So after you get in the rat race to try to get a job, you do what you're supposed to do, you don't have happiness or joy, so now you're just trying to find a space to relax from this restless flight. Somewhere out of a memory of lighted streets on quiet nights. So this person, they got so caught up in the rat race that now they miss their quiet streets of lighted streets on quiet nights back where they were from, where they grew up. Subdivisions in high school halls and shopping malls conform or be cast out. Subdivisions in basement bars and backs of cars be cool or be cast out. Any escape might help to smooth the unattractive truth, but the suburbs have no charms to smooth the restless dreams of youth. I think we can all really relate to the song. I certainly do now, especially did when I first fell in love with this song about, I guess it was about 14 years ago. People in high school and even when you're an adult, you feel like you need to change to fit in your surroundings. You have to be cool or be cast out. But it's sad that people make you feel that way. But we should try to be true to who we are. And maybe there are things we can learn from these other people and things that they're trying to change us to be more like them. But the world doesn't need millions of the same people. They need different people with different ideas and qualities and passions, so that things can evolve and get better, and to have all these different types of opportunities in the world. I hope you guys like this video and this song. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time in another video. Goodbye.